Hello everyone, Venris here, and we will be talking today about SFO Grimhammer 3. I was thinking that maybe some kind of blog when I will be talking about actual stuff will be a good informative thing for you. This video will go to patrons first and then will be public, so depending in which group you are, it's different when you're watching it. A lot of topics to talk about. I will be looking on my notes, okay, because I made some of them for this video. We are now 3 weeks after release of Total War Warhammer 3, more than 3 weeks right now, and a lot of things is happening. For over a week, I'm able to mod like most people because RPFM was updated by Frodo. Big disclaimer, people are thinking that when there is no workshop, there is no assembly kit updated, the modders are not able to mod. This is not true. We are now able to mod 90% of the modding capacity, let's call it. And we are modding it. Tons of stuff. I made 2 videos about it already, cracking Total War Warhammer 3 series. One was about new system that allows AI to cheating, and second is that unit ability cards are just terrible. And the second one I found out because right now we are molding SFO Grimhammer 3. Oh, and the pace of it is wow. We'll get back to it in a minute. Let's talk about the vanilla a little bit, because I have around 120 hours in the game right now, and I played all the factions beside Slanesh, Nurgle, and the ogres, of course. And I have a glimpse of, let's say, what everything and the game basics are. As I was saying, I need to play those 2 factions more. But overall, I'm quite happy with the game. I have the problem that many people have right now, that more I play it, more I would like to go back to Warhammer 2 because of sheer amount of content that that game have. So that's a bit problem, but when the Immortal Empires will be done and start to fix stuff, it will be way better. But I will be having a short review from gamers' perspective and the modders' perspective. I think maybe next week. I'm not giving any hopes right now because the times are quite troublesome. For those that don't know, I'm from Poland, so yeah, it's quite tense here right now. And also, I still have 2 very young sons, and I'm working at home, so it's I won't say it's rough, but it's normal. If you have kids, you know how it is. So maybe we'll be having a review next week for the vanilla game, and in the meantime, when I'm feeling a little burnout on the vanilla, I started to mod next previous week, and we're getting back to SFO Grimhammer 3, the thing that you are asking for. And oh my god, that changes to the game files and systems, some of the basic systems are massive, like really massive. I remember when we were transferring SFO from Warhammer 1 to Warhammer 2, and this is like nothing. No, the changes that were there were nothing to compare to this one. This is like entire new game. There are tons of stuff, and I can tell you that it overestimated my expectations with amount of work that is required to make the mod working and adapt to Warhammer 3, because as many of you know, I'm not a person that force SFO changes on things that are good, and many things in Warhammer 3 are good, but they are based on the different systems, and the sheer amount of changes required to do is really extreme, I would say. And right now we are making only working on battle changes, and the thing that I can tell you that are done right now is all the basic stats for units from Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 were transferred successfully. So order health, armor values, shield values, entities, mass, melee weapons, projectiles, things like that were transferred. The thing that is not transferred still are attributes, because there were tons of changes there, and Xenon is doing this for several days already. Insane amount of work. SFO units are not in the mod at all right now. We are not moving them because of the new assets. All of those assets will need to be checked. Some custom assets are not working in Warhammer 3, so some will need updates. A lot of work. After that, we moved to adding SFO abilities, because you know that we are adding a lot of abilities that many basic units are using, or whole factions are using. And wow, because of changes to health regeneration, vigor regeneration, the magic regeneration and magic reserve costs, things like that, everything had to be rechecked again. Rechecked. Some abilities need total rework. Problem is also that the new UR cards that I made a video about, that I mentioned before, are just trash. I'll be honest, they are trash. Like when I was playing vanilla, I got used to them, but then I found out that the damage values are not proper there. Some things are not showing, like duration. I hate that when you're looking on abilities that are healing for a set amount of time, you need to calculate with mathematics in your head to know how much health your unit will be healed, and this really frustrates me. Abilities doesn't show if ability is affecting caster of it or not, and many abilities have auras, for example, that are not affecting caster, and ability card won't show it to you at all. Ammunition replenish values were not added still. They were in SFO Grimhammer 2. Projectiles doesn't have number of projectiles, and the projectile values are wrong in some cases. Wow, and this is only when we are speaking about SFO Grimhammer 2 abilities. I'm not talking about vanilla abilities at all, just still yet. And I'm working around 3 days right now, 4 days full, because I was also working on the weekend. And I can say that like half of SFO abilities are working right now, because some of them had to be reworked, and many of them still need changes and tests, especially those that used healing, the ones that used vigor, mana regeneration, or had custom damage values, because the damage values are not showing properly on unit card. I posted that to Creative Assembly, that these new unit cards are very problematic and confusing, are lying to people. Let's be honest. There are tons of problems with them that really frustrates me, because I like to have stuff very clear. And what else I can say about this topic? That's uber problematic. I was hoping that 3-4 days and I will have SFO abilities done, and then I will be able to move to vanilla abilities, and that's not the case. And with vanilla abilities, when we will finish those abilities from SFO, you can expect hundreds of abilities that need to be rechecked again, because god damn it, the amount of bugs and mistakes in those vanilla abilities are insane. Trust me when I'm saying that many abilities that you are using in the game are not working properly. The effects are not proper in terms of table. The damage values are not there. Some abilities are set to trigger effect only when activated, and they are not working for the whole duration. Man, there are tons of them, and we need to all of them check them, check how they were changed in Warhammer 3, and readjust them to changes from SFO 2. If we think that those are better than the actual changes, or readjust them again. This is insane. I was not expecting so much changes, and some of the changes, being fully honest, are not the best in terms of balance, etc. But yeah, we are doing our best, and saying how much progress of whole mod right now is done in SFO Grimhammer 3. I will be estimate how much is done right now, like fully working, like a full mod packaged, so the experience content that you had in SFO Grimhammer 2 after the last kit update, I would say 1%. After a week of modding, it's 1%. Really, it's that bad. It doesn't mean that it will be 1% every week, but it means that there is like a brick wall right now that we need to tear down to get past it. Because when we get past through all the abilities, readjusting units will be a piece of cake. Really, it will be a total piece of cake. But we need to readjust all the abilities right now to or check them out if everything is working properly. And yeah, that's how it is looking right now. Patrons are getting daily updates and more information if you are a patron. So I highly encourage you to do it, because it really helps us. And Xeno is like full-time model right now. And to be honest, if I don't like to talk about such things, but if we would have more support from the community, we would be able to, hire maybe extra person, so it would be going way smoother, especially right now with all the situation. So just remember, if you having your things that are more important, way more important than gaming, etc., I'm not forcing anyone to support, but just saying that support is really helping a lot. And I'm doing everything in my power, I would say, to make this as soon as possible, because I was really hoping that after 1 month of the release of the game, I will be able to give you battles changes mod with SFO 1, but that's not possible at all right now. It's not even close. Yes, and everything is going way slower than I was expecting, and it's because of the sheer amount of changes and sadly bugs in the game. There are tons of bugs, and as I'm checking stuff, I'm fixing them ASAP. And I'm not giving you any estimated time right now for the battles, but I will be giving updates about it when we will get a bit closer. Important thing is right now that I'm, let's call it, modding a full time right now, because I asked the rest of the team that was working on our solo game, and I gave them task, and they are working on it on the other side. Let's call it. I hold my own game project for this one, and because I want to give you something for your support. And yeah, I think that will be all. In full honesty, the most important information. Sorry if that was a blabbering for you, something like that. You need to excuse me, but I wanted to give you a quick update on the actual progress of SFO Grimhammer 3, and I really can't wait to start mod properly Warhammer 3 units with the abilities that we even had, the new ideas for the abilities, some balance changes, because I like the game. I'll be fully honest, I like the game, but as I was saying, I have the same feeling that many people are having right now, that they would want the content that they like. Someone may not like the new factions and just want to play Call France again Empire, but against those new factions, maybe with some updates. But we shall see. I will be talking more about Warhammer 3 in the short review. I want to make it like a 5, 6, 7 minutes video, not longer. I'm not a reviewer of the game. Just give my honest opinion about the game and the glaring issues and the thing that I love in it. And yeah, that will be all. Thank you everyone for watching, and remember that if you like SFO content and want to be always updated about the progress, getting videos sooner and other I think cool rewards. You can always support us on Patreon. The links are in the description, and you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification button, and leave a comment, because YouTube algorithm likes it. I'm very happy that the YouTube channel is getting bigger, and people are liking my very bad content. Talking about the bad stuff, on the end, I really need to get to the hairdresser and shave myself, but recently I don't have any time for all of it, because I'm modding and I really love it. Even that is, wow, I think is one of my biggest modding challenges for over 5 years. Anyways.